Next up at UFC Vegas 71, we have Vitor Petrino taking on Anton Turkalj. Vitor Petrino 7-0. Overall, he is undefeated in his career with 6 knockout wins. Anton Turkalj is 8-1 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, and that only loss is coming at the hands of Jailton Almeida up at heavyweight. Vitor Petrino is an absolute killer. He gives off Alex Pereira vibes. Just the way he marches forward, those counter hooks, those low kicks, literally he looks exactly like Alex Pereira when he's fighting, sort of in style, and he has that just night-ending power. He's coming off a win on the Contender Series where he was in a full triangle and just Rampage Jackson picked it up, slammed it down. Didn't knock him out or anything like that, but the guy's a beast. He's just an absolute beast. We just don't know yet how he's going to do against a straight-up grappler. We haven't seen that just yet, but phenomenal striker. He's technical. He's not just some wild brawler. Technical striker with very, very big power. And he's taking on Anton Turkalj. He's fun. He's athletic. He'll mix things up in his feet. He has no problem taking risks. And he's really diverse in his striking style. He'll start spinning. He'll kick. He'll charge forward. He's really, really fun to watch. His offensive BJJ is solid, and we know he can wrestle. If you go to his Contender Series fight, he had 11 takedowns in that fight. He's very good. He sort of got the short end of the short notice stick when he stepped up against Jailton Almeida and just got absolutely beat on. But frankly, I think Jailton Almeida is going to end up a UFC champion. This guy's doing. I think he beats John Jones. We'll talk about that another day. Anyway, the noises, dude.
Well, that was a wild claim.
It's like you've convinced yourself that there's attractive women listening, which I assure you is probably not the case.
I guarantee. I don't want to be this guy or whatever, but I guarantee Amanda's watching right now. She liked our last video. She was expecting the shirt. You saw a happy shot. She literally was more excited than me to see that shirt that she recognized on the video that she watched because she did like the video. She was probably waiting for this broadcast. And Amanda, I'm happy you're tuned in.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Anyway, I think this is a close fight. I think it's a razor-thin fight. Anton Turkalj is very good, very creative, and we know he can push a wrestling pace. We don't quite know yet from Vitor what that's going to look like when you push a hard wrestling pace. This guy is jacked, fast, hits hard. We've seen him defend some takedowns. We've seen him getting taken down, but then get back up. I still think Vitor's going to win this fight. I don't have a bet here because he does strike me as the type of guy that could be all hammer, no nail. And Anton is the type of guy that we're going to find out, right? He's going to come. He's going to look to win this fight. He's going to be aggressive. I know. I said it and I paused. and then I fumbled because I said it and I heard myself say it. Anyway, Vitor's the pick. I think Anton, we're going to find out how good Vitor actually is because I think Anton's going to push a really hard pace. A really hard pace. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the way that last little bit there is exactly right. I think we're going to find out who both of these guys are. One of these guys is an actual guy, and we're going to, because of the conflicting styles, you're really going to see who is that guy. And I think it's going to be Vitor in this matchup because he is just such a mean, powerful striker, physical. And when I look at Anton, he almost fights. I mean, this is going to sound a little bit weird, maybe disrespectful, but I don't mean it disrespectful, but he kind of fights the way that he looks in my mind. He wants to be clean. Even in the grappling, the wrestling, it's more of like a methodical jiu-jitsu type grappling more than just like a wrestling, take you down, hold you, ground and pound, that type of thing. He kind of want to, when he has to against the fence, he's more interested in working to try and get your back than keep you on the ground, that type of grappling. And against a guy that's so strong in Vitor, I think Vitor can just kind of out-muscle him in those positions early and is able to find the strikes that he needs. But if Anton is able to pressure him, hold those positions, he definitely can win this fight because I think he can outwork Vitor because I don't think Vitor's, look at that guy. And the way that he fights, there's no way his cardio can hold up over 3 rounds, in my mind, the way that he's able to strike. So Anton's ability, he's just got to survive. And once he's able to survive, then he can start doing what he needs to do. But I think Vitor is able to get to him early, muscle out of those positions that Anton's trying to hold, and find a finish. So I'm actually pretty high on Vitor in this matchup. I just think I don't think Anton is that guy against a guy like Vitor. I think that he's put away.
Yeah, and this may be a solid inside the distance decision, no action spot. I did not take a look at that. I do have a few of those bets on this card. Not here, but if we think Vitor's first of all,
I think if he gets tired, I think if he gets tired, he gets finished though.
You think he'll quit?
Yeah,
well,
not quit, but I think Anton's good enough that if he knows that Vitor's tired, Vitor doesn't seem like a guy, and I could be wrong, and I hope I am wrong. Doesn't seem like a guy that when he's getting tired, he's able to fight back. Not saying that he can't mentally or he doesn't want to. I'm not saying he's quitting, but some guys just you can't really get your breath back. Some people can fight through fatigue, and he just seems like a guy because he's just so big that he can't really fight through fatigue, so he could get finished. But that's just how I feel. It's minus. I mean,
he's super. Okay, yeah, that's not worth it. He's big, dangerous, hits hard as hell. Anton Turkalj. His last fight is his only loss, and frankly,
and what's his nickname?
It was short notice at heavyweight. It's
like the
Pleasure
Pretty
Man.
Boy or something. Oh, it's the Pleasure Man. Like, come
on. Okay, you wouldn't love that nickname.
I did slip Amanda my business card, which does say the Pleasure Man on it.
I bet it does. Well, boy, but sure. So we're both on the Vitor Petrino side. You're a little more confident in him than I am. I think he wins. We're just going to find out a lot about him, and I think Anton's a good matchup to find out how good
this is good for both
actually is.
Yeah, it's a good matchup for both of them to figure out if they are who they are. Yeah.
Nope, 100%. $8,200 in DraftKings, $8,000 in DraftKings. I think one of them gets finished. So this is going to be one of those spots where pick your side, throw him in your lineup. Vitor Petrino, I'll probably pick that side, $8,200. I mean, he hits like a freight train. He's going to come out hot. So I think...
he would have, with the opening line movement, I mean, he would have been close to 86, 87, 88, being minus 170. So,
no, 100%. So I'll probably spend that $8,200. If you're on the other side, then bet the $8,000 or bet. Then throw him in your lineup for $8,000 because I think there's a finish on either side. And Anton, if he wins and it's grapple heavy, he could score 1,000,000 points. 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, both these guys, whoever wins this fight is going to score well. I don't think it's 100%. A back and forth. Yeah, I don't think it's a back and forth. I think one of these guys really dominates the other one, is how I see it.
No, 100%. And then completely unrelated, D says he's been watching Ozark, and he had to stop in to watch us. If you've been watching Ozark, now you finally get all the times that Jacob says that my wife talks like Ruth. And the edit on that week, the edit on that week in review video.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. That was pretty funny. D's my dude. He was. I sent a video of me yelling at Brooklyn Wren, the one of the ring girls. I actually yelled at her twice because the first time I did not record it. I was just doing it out of pleasure for myself, and she actually turned and waved like during the early prelims. Then I did it again. I recorded it during the main card, and she just waved. I sent that. That's D's girl. That's D's girl's girl. That's D's girl. Nobody else.
Anyway, you guys want to unlock all of our bets, all of our fantasy insight, the DraftKings optimizer, and that 38 column of detailed data spreadsheet. All of that is available to you for only $10 a month. And in the last 10 minutes, we've got 2 more premium members, Nicholas Horton and Tom Cha. Thank you both very much. And
we just got a member
so thank
on
you all,
YouTube,
$10 a month. Thank you very much, Robert Williams on YouTube. Thank you for the support. All of that available, $10 a month. Just go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. You can get all of that forever at $10 a month. I'm never touching that price point.